Hello my friends, and welcome back to your favorite place for all things Minecraft news. Realm News Flash, that is. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. I am the host of the show, the Dark Lord. The one who puts the real in realm and expands your mind one block at a time. And we have some news to cover today, folks. Not a terrible amount, but a few items are on today's docket, such as vibrant visuals coming to Java, hopefully soon, Snapshot 25W43A, in this upcoming Thursday Realm News episode where I have the founders of Bedrock SMP Forever World server, Markcraft, on the show. I will provide a sneak peek clip from that amazing episode with them. Then, for the first time on Realm News, we will have our first syndicated clip with fellow Minecraft enthusiast NeonGamingAdventures. So stay tuned for what has been dubbed the Neon Scoop, where we will hear a clip of their experience with SoulSteel. Then for you Copper Tier members, like usual, stay tuned past the typical conclusion for the Dark Lord's Hour. I hope you're all ready for a great show, my friends, because it begins now. Let's start with the latest Minecraft news to release within the last 7 days. Just as a reminder, all subjects reported may have changed since you have listened to this. On October 22nd, the Mojang staff released an article found at Minecraft.net titled The Road to Vibrant Visuals on Java. It was a rather short article, only consisting of 4 paragraphs, but it was an important one because it tells us that the developers are getting closer to adding vibrant visuals to Java Edition, which will make so many people I know very happy. It does not provide a date or an approximation of when that will happen, but they do go on to explain in some technical terms what they are doing to make this work. They state in the article that they realize that they need to modernize their rendering code in order to make vibrant visuals work on Java. In order for them to do that, they will have to create a brand new thread that is separated from the main game thread. This second thread will be solely dedicated to rendering, so it's called the quote-unquote rendering thread. Easy enough to remember, right? Right now, they are going through all the Minecraft systems and extracting that in order to place on the new rendering thread. So far, they have completed the extraction of entities, block entities, particles, and the UI or user interface. Next on their agenda is to extract quote-unquote chunks and small leftovers. They admit that this will affect modders when they make this transition, and that is why they are asking for feedback from modders specifically. To make it easier for modders to reach them in order to let them know their feedback, Mojang has set up a Discord channel specifically for this. You can find the hyperlink in the article, which I will provide in the show description in the work cited. Rest assured that the modders, I'm sure, will provide ample quality feedback for the developers to work with. I am happy to hear all of this and that the developers put this article out there. I bet that this reassured many Java players that vibrant visuals is on the way. Now, let's move on to the next piece of news, which comes in the shape of Snapshot 25W43A. Snapshot 25W43A has a few changes, but the primary ones from what I can see and from the discussion caused on social media were changes made to the spear. The spear now has more damage dealt in a charge attack by a mob or a player. Also, the lunge enchantment will not damage or reduce the life of the spear when used. Instead, it will deplete your hunger bar. In other words, it will famish you similar to running or sprinting. The article says this, quote, Level 1 lunge consumes 3 hunger points. Level 2 consumes 4 hunger points, and Level 3 consumes 5 hunger points. Lunge can only be used if the player has at least 6 hunger points in their hunger bar, end quote. I think that's extremely interesting. That presents a challenge to us players. 5 hunger points is 2.5 ham shanks on the hunger scale. That's nothing to shirk at, folks. I like the challenge, and that will make heartier foods like beef and potatoes more important, along with other foods with higher sustenance. With that said, folks, that's all I have on Minecraft news for this week. However, that is not the end of this episode. You will want to stay tuned and hear this Thursday's episode interview with Markcraft, and then following that is the Neon Scoop. This Thursday, I have the pleasure to present to you an interview with the two founders of the 3-year-old SMP Bedrock Forever world server called Markcraft, which is found at markcraft.org. I had the chance to talk with Mark and Adrimark, who Adrimark is also a moderator at Realm News Reddit and helps out a lot over there. However, I had no clue that Adrimark was a co-founder of this amazing SMP. I have a clip of his buddy and co-founder Mark describing Markcraft. Let's take a listen, shall we? I have one who goes by Adrian and the other who goes by Mark, and they both form Markcraft. How is it that you guys got together and came up with what is now called Markcraft? Can you go ahead and it don't matter who, but can you please explain how you guys came up with this?
Mark, do you want to go?
Yeah, I got you. So we were met in high school. We have pretty much all classes together during early years, and we were just like we talked a bunch. We're good friends, and so like we both play Minecraft, and like we're just like, well, if we just make a server with all of our friends in high school, and it'd be fun. So we did that, and it just slowly evolved from like our little hometown community playing Minecraft, and turned into like all online, so like server base, big deal, big Markcraft, big deal.
Yeah.
So
I loved hearing how two high school friends who just love Minecraft got together and made this amazing SMP server. I recommend you all go check it out and join it. Put in the application, become a Markcraft member. I'll leave the link in the show description. Now, I would like to wrap up that portion of the show and now transition over to our next part of the show called the Neon Scoop with NeonGamingAdventures, where they provided Realm News Flash a 3-minute clip of their experience testing out the new Dungeon Crawler Minecraft multiplayer experience available on Bedrock now for free called SoulSteel. According to October 16, 2025 article published on Minecraft.net, written by Per Landon, quote, introducing SoulSteel, an ever-expanding multiplayer dungeon crawler from Nox Crew, where every corner holds a new adventure available through the Minecraft Bedrock Edition server list today, end quote. It's a role-playing game where you are a relic hunter whose, quote, sole mission of exploring treacherous dungeons in the pursuit of glory and treasure, end quote. If that doesn't sound like fun, then I don't know what does. From what I read, the challenges are timed, and the deeper you go into the dungeons, the harder the challenges become, but the more rewarding the loot. The game is full of puzzles, traps, and heinous mobs ready to fight you. You start off in the first dungeon with the least amount of time according to the article. However, you can buy more time by acquiring something called Chrono Essence, which will extend the amount of time you can be in the dungeon. But you do not spend your entire time in the dungeons. When not looking for new loot, you can go to Port Fortuna, where you and other fellow players can trade with merchants and level up gear and trade stories of your adventures. And the game is not done evolving. The article explains that the SoulSteel universe is ever expanding and updates are on the way in the future. So, I think that is great that there will always be new updates on the horizon, just like in Minecraft Vanilla. Now that we know a little bit about SoulSteel, let's listen to this clip made by NeonGamingAdventures where he is experiencing the tutorial of SoulSteel.
This is on Bedrock Edition. This is a Bedrock featured server that Mojang is promoting. So you can see Nox Crew, SoulSteel, and I just wanted to make a video showcasing this because, well, it's just really cool. So I guess custom skins don't really work on this server, so I'm going to switch over to this skin that has the cool character creator free items. So this is a tutorial. So I guess we're supposed to take this, and now post, I guess. Thanks for playing SoulSteel. Join our community at, I don't recommend Discord, because I'm going to have probably a whole rant on my own podcast about that coming soon. Collecting, yeah. The bigger the potion, the more health it restores. Okay. Go into the ruined temple and collect some coins. Okay. So let's go in. Ooh. Enter dungeon. Yes. Collect the coin pile. Okay. Just simply going around. Okay. Leafy Fort. Okay. So now I'm going to really quickly collect. Defeat. Close.
Oh.
So yeah, guys, this is a brand new featured server that's by Nox Crew. Go into the ruined temple and collect a Chronos Essence. Okay. Leave before time runs out. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Go back to temple and open a treasure chest. There are some nasty rubies lizards around. Did Aura send you? Yes, he did. Great, the portal's good to go. But I spotted treasure just past these skull padiums. A gold hoard. But I don't have the combat skills to fight these things. So I guess we're supposed to go through here. That's cool animation. That was a sick animation, my lord. Okay, let's go into this. This is so really cool. I love the animation. So that was all of a tutorial.
Okay, sounds like the animations are great according to NeonGamingAdventures and his experience playing the tutorial to SoulSteel. Sounds like you had an amazing time testing that out. I will go ahead and leave the link to the Minecraft.net article in the show description along with Neon Gaming Adventures YouTube channel link. Thank you for that, Neon Gaming. Thank you so much. I would like to go ahead and end today's Realm News Flash there. It was my pleasure to be your host again, and I look forward to being your host next week when I see you at the next Realm News Flash. And just as a reminder, to you Copper Tier members, stay tuned to after the special jingle for the Dark Lord's Hour. With that said, I wish you all a great rest of your day and happy crafting. The Dark Lord. Signing out. Hey, Realm News fans, it's your host, the Dark Lord, the one who puts the real in Realm and expands your mind one block at a time. I am here to tell you that your support means everything. Spread the word by telling friends, liking, and commenting on Spotify or Good Pods. Find me on X, Blue Sky, Reddit, or via email at bio.link/realmnews. For more content, join my Patreon at the Copper, Diamond, and VIP tiers for early episodes, bonus content, and newsletters. Find out more at bio.link/realmnews. No pressure, though. Just keep listening, liking, and sharing. That's more than enough. Happy crafting, and see you at the next Realm News.